Hi, welcome to the Two Piece Podcast, where two very different people compare and contrast their top fives on a variety of topics. I'm Steph, and I'll be joined by Alex in just a bit. But today we are talking about our top five favorite theme songs. From movies to TV shows and to video games, our favorite theme songs are going to bounce all over the place. We're way more passionate about these songs than I thought we were because this episode has like 3 arguments. So be ready to pick a side, and please pick mine. We're also going to go over the history of soundtracks and the power that they have over us. All right, well, let's get started. Hi.
Hello.
Welcome to the Two Piece Podcast. I'm Steph.
My name is Alex.
It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, it's always a great time meeting each other for the first time every week, isn't it?
Yeah.
What are we talking about today? What's our topic?
So today's topic is top 5 favorite theme songs.
Very exciting.
Yeah. Do you want to share who suggested this one?
Yes, I'm glad you brought that up so quickly because usually I'm like, oh crap, we got to name the person who suggested it. This was suggested by our good friend Pinata, or Pinata Time as he goes by online. So thank you, Pinata. Pinata also does the artwork for our show. So our little cartoon characters you see on the thumbnails and stuff, he does that. So if you want something done and you like his style, go reach out to Pinata Time.
Yeah.
Do it, please.
Boo it.
Just go boo it. Please, go boo it. No, it's we appreciate it, Pinata. You can always give us your top 5 suggestions anywhere, and we'll give you a little shout out if you do so.
Yeah. On Facebook, Instagram,
The
YouTube.
works. Yeah. Anywhere else? TikTok, technically, and Twitter, even less technically. Did you hear?
Yes.
I heard this from Weston. Because
It's like an X thing now. They're called Zeets.
Do we know why?
Yeah. I think, was it Elon Musk that bought Twitter, and then now
Yeah.
he's like rebranding it.
But I thought that's so stupid.
I don't know.
That's
Also, did you hear that they had that court hearing about aliens? Did you hear about that?
No, is this Twitter related still?
No, it's just been on the news feeds. Yeah, they had a
Okay.
thing about aliens that they have spacecraft that is not from Earth. The government does, and they
Oh.
have biological specimen from those spacecrafts that they have.
I stay out of the news. I had no idea that.
That is a thing that
we've
under
discovered
oath
aliens.
they have talked about. So it's a big joke because all the millennials are like, yeah, okay, so what do you want? What do you want to eat? Like, I can't even pay my rent, so why does it matter? Like, I don't care. What's one more thing?
Yeah, that sounds like millennials. Yeah, complaining and laughing at the same time. That's classic us.
Yeah, we need to talk about that alien situation, though.
We should do our top 5 favorite alien-related things.
I would
podcast.
I actually would love that one a lot.
Well, because Steph used to love aliens when she was a little girl.
Well, I still like aliens.
But there's the story. Maybe we should, we could do our own topics too. Maybe we
I
can throw that in the hat.
kind of, or maybe we just pick it.
Let's just do it now. Let's forget about the theme songs. Let's just talk aliens.
Okay.
Let's just throw people off. But we'll still title the video. Actually, it might be better to title it with aliens. That probably is going to get more clicks.
Well, I know right now because of the stuff that just happened.
I know.
I know.
I'll put it in the metadata, so it it still goes through some of that.
Okay. Well, next time, maybe we'll think about it. Maybe that'll be our topic for next week.
Who knows? Or at least we should do. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Okay. Yeah. Let's talk about it.
But for right now, we are talking about theme songs, and
He was kidding. We're not actually going to change the
we're
topic.
We're not. Although that would be fun.
Yeah, it would.
But
I could do it quick too.
I know she could. She's more passionate about this than she is theme songs. I promise you. I'm not even looking at her, but I know it's true.
It is.
But that's
true.
okay. I'm more passionate about theme songs, as most of you aren't surprised by. I was
because
thinking,
what do you do with theme songs?
that's what I'm mainly known for on the internet, is for making these theme song medleys.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what I do, right?
Oh, I forgot.
Check out me, Alex Duquette. If you're familiar with us and not just me, I do my own thing. And it's just my name, Alex Duquette. You can check it out at alexduquette.net. See all my medleys there. She's looking at me like shaking my feet.
Oh, you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing.
Well, I'm jittering.
Yeah, you're.
And she's watching my feet. I don't know if she thinks they're gonna fall off the
Yeah, I'm waiting for
chair.
your heel to fall off the stool, and then you like hit your face on the microphone, and
then then aliens come down and take us away. Long story short, I make theme song medleys, and they're pretty cool and pretty unique. If you ask me, so you should go listen to them.
Yeah, they're really good.
All kinds of shows. I
really loved your Animal Crossing one.
Thank you. I forgot that I've done an Animal Crossing one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I did that
during COVID,
during the pandemic. Yeah, I do stuff like that. I do video game ones. I do like TV show theme ones. Like I've done like NBC shows, like Friends and Fresh Prince and stuff. And I also do like kid shows, PBS Kids, Nickelodeon, Cartoon Network, Disney Channel. Then I also do like more shows for mom and dad. Like I've done Adult Swim, I've done AMC, Comedy Central. I've done a crap ton of medleys. So go check those out. That would mean a whole lot. But for now, we're going to talk theme songs. I know for me, this was a very difficult task to pick theme songs. Was this a difficult task for you or not so much?
I had more than 5 on my list. I had like 7. So I had to narrow that down.
I don't have any honorable mentions. I will say that. I mean, I could like list a bunch, but I didn't write them down.
Oh, okay.
I did struggle quite a bit because in my head I had 16. You know what I mean? And I had to bring it down to 5.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I didn't struggle that much.
So that was pretty tough. By the way, before we get going, Steph came with hands not empty, and she's done some research on something. What are we going to be talking about today in between our
Well, I did come
5s?
Hands empty with food. No food.
That's a different story. We'll talk about that later.
No, I want to talk about it now. I went to Chick-fil-A.
Oh, all these weird
to pick up food.
Tangents, okay.
And they didn't have anything. They had nothing. No salads, no wraps, no fruit, no soup.
For the record, they had what Steph wanted still. I feel so bad for you because
that's fine.
She wanted her chicken. I wanted something that wasn't like super greasy, and they just didn't have anything. So I'm sorry. We can order some after this.
Well, we'll talk about it. Yeah. Okay. So I do have some research to talk about the history and power of soundtracks.
The history and power of soundtracks. It sounds like a blog article you wrote for school in 2000.
That's probably what it was. So.
Okay. So is it kind of like, give us a hint before we get into it? Because I don't know about this either. Is this like how soundtracks...
What hint do you need? Yeah, the history of soundtracks.
Well, it was said the power.
I said the history and power. So it's the history and then like some of the influential things that it does.
That's what I wanted to know. Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Sometimes it's good to spell things out for our listeners. Just so we know exactly what we're getting into, you know?
Okay. That's fine.
Okay.
I think mostly everybody knew.
Well, listen.
What I was saying.
Who's the professional here? Okay. All right.
Well, I don't know.
I think it depends on what you define as a professional. I think we're both professional in our own ways. All right. Well, we'll get going here. We have no idea what each other's top 5s are. Till we go down the list. I go first today.
Yep.
So I do know this. I think you'll probably know one of mine for sure. And then,
for sure.
And then
for sure.
For sure. Whatever you want me to say.
For sure.
But then I think once I name off a few more, you're going to go, oh, that makes sense, but you won't be able to guess them. That's my prediction.
I don't know.
You'll know my number 1 if you think about it for like 2 seconds.
I know it.
Yeah.
But
I don't know yours.
I know another one that will be on your list. I know 2 other ones that will be on your list.
What?
I'm sure.
Okay, we'll see.
Maybe. I feel worried, so.
Okay. So, first of all, I will say this. These theme songs kind of range in medium. But I will say as well that this is based on theme songs, not what they're necessarily from. There's nothing here that I dislike, but this is about the theme song for me more than it is the actual context.
Yeah, it's not about it's not about the show or the game
show
or the
game or movie, whatever.
Whatever, yeah.
Right, exactly. Okay. However, I do like all these things quite a bit. My number 5, I don't even know if you'll know this stuff, but most people listening, I think, will, and that is the Cheers theme song from the show Cheers.
No, I don't know that.
Are you familiar at least with Cheers? Have you heard of Cheers before?
Steph,
come on.
I think so. Yeah.
It's like they're all in the bar.
What's it about?
It's basically about a retired baseball player who runs a bar.
Oh, I'm not interested.
It is such a great show. It's a classic. You realize like it's considered one of the greatest sitcoms of all time.
Oh, is it? When did it come out? Was it in the 90s?
80s.
80s?
Yeah. It's got Christy Alley in it. She's in it.
Okay.
You don't know who Christy Alley is?
Is she the one that did like the weight loss stuff? Is that her?
I am about to yell my pants off. I'm so angry. Let's get going.
No, you're not.
Oh my gosh. I'm like, that's the biggest name. Do you know who
I don't think you should ask me.
the guy who plays Frasier? I know you don't know Frasier, but I'm sure you at least heard of the name. But what? Then you won't know him if you don't know the name. Never mind.
Yeah, don't ask me. I'll just disappoint you.
Cheers is a classic show.
Okay, I believe you.
And I can promise you, Steph, I want you to feel just a little bit bad here.
Can you sing? Can you sing part of it?
Yes. I'll sing the chorus. Sometimes you want to go where everybody knows your name. Dun, 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 and you're always glad you came. Dun, dun, dun. You want to go where everybody knows your name. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. You've never heard that?
No. But you made it sound really good.
It's considered one of the best theme songs in any sitcom. It's iconic. Anyway, it was written by Gary Portnoy.
The change in
I mean, I'm giving
there.
up. I just can't believe you're not even familiar with it.
No.
Cliff Clavin.
That's an interesting name.
Sam and Diane.
Cliff Clavin?
I can't believe it. Carla.
That's like a name from somebody in the Clue game.
No.
Cliff Clavin?
Steph, it's not. It's the name of the mailman.
Well.
I think he was a mailman. I can't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the show. All right. Well, it's the Cheers theme song. I love it. It's comforting. It's warming, and it really represents what the show is, which is basically about this group of people who always come to the bar at the same time, and it's their lives and their stories. That's the idea of the show.
Are they best friends?
So they become best friends because the regulars always come to the bar, and it's about that bar owner.
Oh, well, that's nice.
I mentioned the baseball thing, which is I can guarantee a big reason why you went not interested. The baseball thing is a very small part. It really isn't. That's what he used to do, and that's his backstory. Is he used to be almost famous baseball player, and he got injured or something. It didn't work out, and then he ended up running a bar instead. And yeah, he's just got these people who come and go, and they're always like they're regulars. And like there's Norm, and like there's just so many of like Norm. That's a big thing. They always yell Norm when he comes in. That's like his thing.
Oh, okay.
It's everybody listening knows Cheers. I just don't know how you're not familiar with some of these things. Like at least familiar. But anyway, yeah, great show, great theme song, and it really fits the vibe of the show. It's just a really uplifting kind of song.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's my number 5. Now that I'm disappointed, let's go to your number 5. I'm just kidding.
So I don't have much to share about Cheers, except that I'm not really
Except that you've not heard of it.
familiar with it. But you did say, I mean, it did sound like a really good theme song.
By the way, Christy Alley is the weight loss person.
Oh, thank you. So why did you act like such a...
Because she had 30 years of television and movie experience prior to this weight loss crap.
Well, that's all. That's what I know her from.
I know, because that was current. It's like you don't even know things before you were born existed. I swear. How?
I do, though.
No, you don't.
Snow White came out before I was born.
Yeah, but you probably saw I don't know. I have nothing on that. You're right.
Yeah, there you go. Good job.
Good job. That's one thing.
Okay, my number 5 is the Legend of Zelda theme song.
Wow. You know what? That's really cool. Because I know that wouldn't be on your list if we never got together.
No, it wouldn't.
That makes me happy that it made your list.
Yeah, it's on my list. I like it. I like it because now it makes me think of when like I'm playing the game, and then also makes me think of you. So
right.
Yeah. But I
But
really
why,
like
though?
it. I think
Yeah.
it's very catchy. Well, if you give me a moment, I will share.
I'm listening.
Because I don't know. It seems like it's a very interesting song. It just goes in several directions, and it keeps you guessing. And
that's a big thing with Zelda music.
Yeah.
You never know what's going to happen at the next turn.
yeah. So I like that. And it's not one of those theme songs that's very boring and like loops and just super repetitive. And it's very like musical. Like I feel like it's musically advanced kind of. I don't know. I just like it. It calls to me.
And I'm glad that makes me happy because obviously, I love Zelda music too. And I'm assuming you mean the main theme, the
Legend of Zelda, yeah.
Bum, bum, ba, 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 ba. It's very triumphant too.
Well,
like
yeah.
It feels like you're going to go on a big adventure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It gets you excited for the game.
Little known fact about that is that the original game, like the very original Legend of Zelda, originally was not going to have a theme song written for it. Koji Kondo was actually just going to take from an old composition. It was I think it was called Bolero or something Bolero, and it was an already written song by an old composer. But months before the game came out, they realized that it was still under copyright for like another the rule is 100 years. After 100 years, you can use it, right? But it was like 99 years. So they couldn't put that game out with that song yet. So he had to improvise and write a song that he felt was reminiscent of that song. And then he ended up writing the Legend of Zelda theme song. So it was all out of necessity, but now it's one of the most iconic game songs. Cool. That's cool. That makes me happy that it made your number 5. That's really neat.
Well, look, all kinds of surprises. You go from being disappointed and angry, you want to yell your pants off, and then now you're pleasantly surprised.
It's true, I am. Cool.
Yeah.
Do you know the name of the composer who did the song?
No.
Koji Kondo.
Well, that's what you just said, though.
Oh, I already said it?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, never mind.
Well, that's why I didn't know why you were asking me when you just said it.
Okay, well, we'll go to my number 4. Are we going to go through your history in 2 parts or 1 part? How do you feel is better?
We'll do 2 parts.
Okay, so after our next 2, we'll do it. Okay. I didn't know how much or how little you had. All right, my number 4. This is where I don't think you would have guessed this, but I think you're not going to be surprised by it.
I think I might have guessed it.
It's a video game.
Oh, no.
Theme.
Oh, maybe I did.
So it's a video game theme song. A lot of these are video game theme songs, if I can be honest with you. My number 4 is the Fallout theme, specifically from 3 and 4.
Oh, I thought Fallout, but I wasn't like specifically 3 and 4.
Well, Fallout underwent a few changes. So the first 2 were made by a different developer on the PC.
Okay.
And really the themes for those games are super just like atmospheric and dark. It's not really a theme, right? But then 3 came out and then I had the theme, which you haven't seen me play much Fallout, so I don't know, and I know that that's not really your wheelhouse, so I don't think you've ever heard the theme. But any Fallout fans out there definitely know it's very epic. And it changes between 3 and 4. They're kind of different, but it's the same motif that plays. Dun, dun, dun. It's so good. I love it. It's
That sounded like
War Never Changes.
some kind of a tuba.
It's really great. There's some French horns in Fallout 4 theme. I will say this. If you're going to listen to one and you haven't heard them before, this goes to you, Steph, or anybody. Listen, I say I like the 4 theme better overall. I think it just produced a little better, and it's got a little more hope in it compared to 3, but I love them both because that main motif is so good. I love it. It does my favorite thing. It goes from an A-flat major to a C major, and those 2 chords played next to each other, I love. In any regard, like I love a D to a B flat. I love a G to an E flat. It's the same kind of thing. It's the same jump. I love that progression. A lot of music from Banjo-Kazooie, totally different game, but does that too. And I just, for some reason, that chord change like resonates a lot with me. Anyway, that theme is really good. It really represents the game, I think, really good. It just kind of, it's desolate, it's isolated. That's the point of the game, is you're alone, right in the wasteland, and you got to uncover whatever story you're trying to uncover.
Yeah.
And the song really represents that. So, really great theme. I recommend anybody listen to it at least once. It really tells a story through its music. So,
yeah,
the Fallout themes.
Ah.
Oh, written by Einanzer, which is an interesting name.
It is interesting.
Very accomplished composer. They've done stuff for like movies and all kinds of games and stuff, and usually the big blockbuster games like Fallout and stuff. So, yeah,
that's cool. I'll have to listen to it.
I don't see you listening to it frequently, but it'd be cool if you listened to it at least once.
Yeah, I'll listen to it.
Yeah.
I want to know what it sounds like if it's on your list.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's one that I bet you wouldn't have guessed, but you're probably not surprised by.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would have thought maybe Fallout, but I didn't.
You didn't know the theme, so how would you?
Well, I just know you've talked about liking the theme before.
Okay. I might have played it for you on the piano. I played on the piano a lot.
Maybe you did.
Anyway.
Well, my number 4 is the theme song from New Girl.
That's a good theme.
Yeah. I think it's fun.
The original, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
The new one got poopy.
Yeah, the original one.
Yeah.
No, because the first time I heard it, I thought it was kind of weird. It's like sort of weird.
It's so Zooey Deschanel,
like makes me a little uncomfortable. But then
uncomfortable?
Yeah, I don't know. I was like embarrassed for her. I felt embarrassed for her. I don't know. So anyway,
what?
I don't know. I don't know. So then, then the more I watched the show, the more when the theme song came on, like I didn't skip it. I just listened to it, and like the props she has are really cute. I know that's not about the props and whatever, but I really do like the song. I think her voice. I love how her voice sounds when she when she sings it.
Did she write that?
I don't know if she wrote it.
New Girl song writer.
He's Googling.
New Girl. Who wrote New Girl song? Zooey Deschanel.
Wow, she wrote it?
I was about to say her name is on there with another writer. So she's at least one of the writers. That's why I was saying, like, it's so Zooey Deschanel, because that's her style. Like, have you listened to her music at all?
No, I didn't know she had music.
That's how she started, was music. God. Oh, Steph. You know about your aliens. You sure know about those things.
Yeah.
I guess that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Engineering and aliens, that's all she cares about. Aliens and efficiency with feeling. Anyway, that's an inside joke. No, yeah, she wrote the song. It's very Zooey Deschanel. Just that very kind of like ukulele, kind of acoustic-y.
Yeah.
Hey, girl, what you doing? Yeah.
Yeah, it's cute. I like it.
I love that.
It's a happy song.
It is very happy. Like a lot of her music is. You'd probably like her music, actually.
Well, maybe I'll have to listen to it, I guess.
Yeah. Good show, too. Very funny show.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of those examples, and some shows did this, I wouldn't say a lot, but where the last couple seasons, I think they were trying to fit more into their time slots because they had a lot of story to tell. And they condensed the theme song to like 10 seconds. Not even. Ba-da-da, ba-ba. And it's like rock. It wasn't the same.
Yeah.
It's like it lost the charm, the personality.
Yeah.
Because like the guys would come in and they would like hold the letters or whatever they were holding.
The props or
the
whatever.
props, like you said.
Yeah.
So that's due for a rewatch. That was a good show.
Yeah. It's cute.
Funny show. All right.
Well, I have some history for you.
I love history.
If you're interested.
I mean, I love history.
Okay, so let's talk about some history of the soundtrack. So this is from tracksandfields.com. Haha, get it? It's punny.
Yes, I get it.
Okay.
Of course
Anyway.
you picked that site.
It was very informative. Okay, so we'll start in the late 1800s, early 1900s. So during the silent era of film, which was 1894 to about 1929, there was no recorded synchronized sounds in films. So instead, like the dialogue, appeared on the title cards between the shots. Have you ever watched a movie like that?
Yeah.
You have?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen a movie like that.
Yeah, I saw one like that in film appreciation in college.
Oh, I've never seen a movie like that. I'd like to, though.
Because they had the musicians, like piano player, like playing at the side.
Shh.
Well, we talked about this on the podcast already.
Shh.
During the popcorn one.
Yeah, we did, but shh.
Sorry. Let's pretend we haven't heard that. Okay.
Okay, pretend. Well, this could be the first episode somebody's listening to, so they may not know that.
But they should listen to the history of popcorn in movie theaters and how different it is that you I'm not speaking well. Popcorn used to be banned in movie theaters. Did you know that? I bet you didn't.
Don't
Go
try
listen
to
to that
one
episode.
up my research.
I'm trying to keep people on our show is what I'm trying to do.
Okay.
All
right. So in order to fill up the absence of the sound, they had live orchestras or in-house pianists perform alongside the film.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
You just shared that for the first time.
I know. But maybe, I don't know if you also said this in the last one, but the music was helpful to go along with the movie, but it also blocked out the sound that was produced by the projectors. Yeah. Yeah. So that's kind of a cool thing I didn't think about originally.
Yeah, I wonder how loud those projectors were back then, especially.
Yeah, I don't know. Probably pretty loud.
I wonder that. But I also would think about the pressure, especially when movies were brand new like that, like around that time. And if you're the piano player, like you're the pianist, and you screw up, that totally changes the tone of the movie.
I know. Don't mess up.
Don't mess it up.
Mm. So the in-house pianist or orchestra were sometimes given pre-selected music by the film distributors, who sent out suggestions for the kind of music that they should play. For instance, like if there was a chasing scene, they would play like a fast-paced tempo, right? Things like that. And so then in the 1930s, so now we're moving on. We're moving to the 1930s when talkies came out, which were the films with spoken dialogue. Music accompaniments, how do you say that word?
Accompaniment?
Accompaniments, yeah. Were in the form of the in-house pianists and orchestras. They slowly began to die out. But this made the production of original score music possible. So film composers can now create specific music that could be used throughout the screening. And actually, it's interesting. The first film to use a completely original score. Do you know what it was? What film it was?
Is this a popular film?
Uh-huh.
What's the letters to start with?
K.
K? I'm not sure.
King Kong.
Dang it. I knew that. I actually knew that.
Apparently not.
You know how many times we've done that in the podcast? I'll say I knew it. King Kong. Yeah.
It came out in 1933.
I knew that. Dang it.
Mm-hmm.
I saw that original King Kong.
Did you?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's good. You should have known. All right. So moving on. From the 1950s and 60s onwards, film music radically changed. So the use of theme songs and soundtracks became more popularized. Instead of having like the original score that was used to create the emotions and reactions, theme songs were specifically developed for films in advance with lyrics and could be used to promote the film on radio and television. So
right.
it's like instead of it just being like part of the film, it's like, oh, let's create something that we can use to market the film too.
Yeah.
And make people think of the film.
Some films still do that too.
Yeah. So yeah, and then that's what we do. That's what we do, now is we have usually like for like we had
some movies.
Well,
like Harry Potter.
Harry Potter, and then the Hunger Games and Twilight when it came out too. They had
What's the Twilight theme?
Well, no, I'm not talking about the theme, but they had actual like albums that came out.
Oh, people still release soundtracks all the time. Yeah. That's not what I meant.
But that's what I'm saying. But even now, like, it's not just, oh, here's a song from the theme of the movie. It's like, oh, here's the entire score of the movie.
I love movies
that you can listen to.
Movie soundtrack.
Which is pretty cool.
What I was saying was some movies still have the iconic theme that's kind of used in marketing, though. That's what I was saying.
Yeah.
So like Harry Potter, the dun 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 dun. And then.
But that works so well for Harry Potter.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, of course it does. That's what's his name?
What's his name?
Like the biggest composer ever. Right? I think it's like John Williams. Yeah, John Williams. Did he do Harry Potter? He may not have done it. John Williams did like Indiana Jones and like Jurassic Park and all kinds of like crazy like Star Wars and stuff like huge. Star Wars, other one?
Yeah.
Da, 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 da,
yeah, like everybody knows it. Everybody knows that.
Even
if you don't like Star Wars, you know it.
But there's a bunch of background music that you never talk about but it's also there. But you said Hunger Games. I would say that would, for the marketing thing, is one too. The whistle.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Just 4 notes. Very iconic. Super cool.
Yeah.
I've never seen these. Well, I've seen some, but does the Marvel movies have any of those? I say that because those were really popular. Do they have like a theme?
Well, they all have their I'm trying to think. When Marvel, like it like shows like a Marvel scene, like a comic scene, and I think there's some music that plays during that.
Okay.
Like as an intro into the movie. But I don't even remember what it sounds like.
Because like I feel like if you don't hear it in the commercials, then it doesn't count in what we're talking about, I guess. And I've seen commercials for the Avengers movies, and I can't think of like a specific theme that sticks out, which is interesting. But yeah, some people still do that to like market it. That's interesting.
Yeah, so it went from pianists and orchestras to just songs that they would just put in the film here or there to like full soundtracks.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is cool. I didn't realize it was that late into, you said like the 50s
it was
and 60s
in this.
or something.
It was the 50s and 60s is when they started doing that. So that is pretty.
So 50s and 60s is when they started fully just.
Yeah.
Because now in movies there's music like 70% of the time.
Yeah.
Even if you aren't paying attention to it, there's music there.
Yeah.
So, cool.
Yeah, but it happened a lot later than I thought.
Yeah,
I thought when they had the talkies, I felt like those had more music in it,
right,
than they did.
Right.
So
yeah, cool. Learned something. Okay, well, I guess we'll get back to reality for a moment here.
That's an Eminem song, isn't it?
Yep, I gave Steph this whole like I gave her like the essential Eminem story / songs. So I played her all like the songs up until recent times, and it was fun. Remember that was a fun time.
Yeah, we were really interested in like his diss track with what's his name, Machine Gun Kelly or whatever. Gun Kelly.
Yeah, see, like, and that's the part where I dipped out. I've dipped out of Eminem after.
I got excited when you were telling me about that because I was like, ooh, drama. I
know, right? But it was good though. I played her Eminem Show, which will always have my heart. That's the best one, best album. But after I'm just saying this to the 3 Eminem fans that we have. I liked the album that had Not Afraid on it. What was that called? Recovery. And then I was really hyped for Marshall Mathers LP 2, and it kind of disappointed. Like Berserk was fine. Love Game with Kendrick Lamar, who I also really like. Steph knows that. Was good, but that was about it. Anyway.
So you're number 3.
Actually, you know what? There's a way to tie that in.
Huh.
Back to reality. Oh, there goes gravity. Oh, there goes gravity. Right? Lose yourself?
Yeah.
That's like technically, that's basically the theme to 8 Mile, his movie.
Oh, is it?
It's not like the theme, okay? But like that's the movie, that's the song that everybody knows from the movie.
Oh, well,
Lose yourself in the music the moment you own it. You better never let it go. Oh. This opportunity comes once in a lifetime. That is a good song.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Okay.
It's catchy.
Oh, man. Now I want to listen to Eminem. Okay. My number 3 is from a television show.
Yeah. That's funny. Mine is too.
I would say, I know it's not the same one, but I will say, I want you to guess, because this is probably my favorite television show of all time. And I want it.
Scrubs.
Yes.
Got it right.
It's the Scrubs. It's the Scrubs theme song.
I got it right. Are you you weren't even impressed at all?
No, because I told you a million times I love Scrubs.
Yeah, but I thought you'd be a little more impressed.
I'm so impressed. I would have acted more
you.
impressed if you knew what Cheers was, but you didn't. And that's also one of my favorite shows.
You know what? I'll start holding stuff against you too. See how you like it.
Do it.
I have plenty.
Okay,
I have plenty.
You can begin next week. Listen.
I'll begin now.
Okay. So Scrubs is not only a show that reflects my humor so well, and the sad stuff too, because it's also a very sad show. But the theme song is really good, and it was really different, especially for the time. The show came out in 2001, maybe 2000, can't remember. Very, very, very early 2000s, one of those 2 years. And it was just like the song is called Superman by Laszlo Bain. It's a band that Zach Braff knew. Like, he knew who they were, and he got them the gig to, do the theme song.
How cool.
Like for this new show that wasn't big yet, but then it got big. Anyway, I just like it. It's kind of like that theme song that everybody knows if they've just seen Scrubs once. You know, I'm no Superman. Like everybody knows it just because it's right. Did you know it before you saw it with me? Did that ever ring a bell? Like, were you familiar with that at all?
I don't want to answer that question.
I'm not going to be mad about this one because this one isn't like Cheers. It's okay. It's not. So you did it.
It's only your number 3, not your number 5.
The I'm no Superman. You didn't know that until
I didn't know that.
Okay. Well, that was one thing that's like made it stand out. It was a very unique theme song because like the music's kind of just like alternative. There's like a banjo playing with that, which is really weird. It's just fun. Great song, and it really represents the show well because it's all about these 20-somethings and 30-somethings realizing that they can't do it on their own. They're no Superman, right? They're trying to go through life and figure crap out. There's a lot to it, obviously, but that's kind of the gist of the show, right? These young adults trying to figure out their lives and where they're supposed to be. And I just fits so well, and it was so good for the time. And Scrubs was known at the time for having really good music in general. Like that show had a really intense episode, which I'm not going to explain because eventually I'd like for you to watch it. But they play How to Save a Life, which is a great song. You know that song.
Yeah, I know that song.
But like before it got really big. So like they did that a lot. They would play songs before they got super famous, then they got famous. Not because of Scrubs, but like they were kind of on the cut. They knew
what was coming,
like some of these cool alternative songs. And that song came out when that show was on. So anyway, great show and great theme song. The whole song is great. Highly recommend it. Listening to, because that's like an actual song. That's like a single.
By who? Single by who?
I already said Laszlo Bane.
The band?
Yes. Why don't you go to studio number 3?
I didn't know if anybody else, like, I didn't know if they sang it for the theme and then, like, somebody else took it over and did a cover and it's a single or something.
No, I think they just wrote it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I liked, we've watched a couple of those together and I liked it. And I liked the theme song.
Yeah, we need to actually watch it, but one day when there's time.
Well, yeah, but we're watching another show right now. So
yes, we are.
So, all right. Well, my number 3, you won't ever guess.
I mean, I do know it.
Oh, okay. What is it?
It starts with a piano.
Okay. What is it?
And then it has like a drum going like this.
No, it's not my number 3.
Oh, that must be your number 2 or number 1 then.
My number 3 is the theme song from the Flintstones.
Excuse me? Where are you pulling these from? The Flintstones. We've never once talked about the Flintstones in our entire relationship.
I know. You never would have known that I like it.
Do tell. Do tell, please.
You sound like a gossipy old woman.
I'm listening.
Do tell. I just like it. It's just really cute. And it has, like, I don't know how to explain this in musical terms, but it almost has a feel of like a bell, like the beat, like the rhythm, or I guess of it or whatever. I don't know. It's just cute and it's fun and it's upbeat. And it reminds me of like when I was little and I would watch the Flintstones.
Where? Like on Boomerang or something?
On TV, yeah.
I wonder where at that time.
I don't know.
So now, okay, I need to correct myself. There are 2 things that you know about that happened before you were born.
Yeah, thank you.
Flintstones is the other one.
I like it. Well, and I feel like it goes really, really well with the, I guess, like the visuals of the theme. Like where he's getting in that car and he hits...
Sliding down the dinosaur.
Yeah. Like it just goes really well and it's really fun. It's really fun and imaginative and creative.
If you love that theme song... Oh no! I just thought of one that has to go on my list, but it's not. I got to figure that out in a moment. But,
well, you better hurry up because you're up next.
Hanna-Barbera. You'd love it almost. If you love that, you'd love almost any Hanna-Barbera theme song. Like they're all. I need to show you my Hanna-Barbera medley.
I've watched it.
Well, there's tons of great theme songs, and they're all very similar.
Okay, well, but I like the Flintstones.
I know. I know. What I was saying, though, was that I was just making a point that you would, if you like that, you'd probably like other theme songs too.
I probably would.
That's all I was trying to say.
I probably would.
But I like Flintstones.
Yeah, but the Flintstones are who I like, so.
Did you watch that live action movie with John Goodman and who else was in that?
I didn't even know his name was John Goodman, but I watched it and I didn't like it.
Do you know who John Goodman is,
No,
Steph?
I don't.
Do you really not know who John Goodman is?
No, I really don't. No.
All right. Yeah, she's getting fed up with me now doing that. Okay.
No, I'm not getting fed up with you. I just said I don't know. I don't know.
All right. Well,
don't be surprised.
Great theme song. Pretty much any song that the Hanna-Barbera people touched was a great theme song.
Yeah.
So.
Well, your medley you did, the Hanna-Barbera medley was really good too.
Thank you.
I liked it.
Thank you. Wow. Cool. All
so
right.
you have to figure out now what you're going to do because it's your turn for number 2.
I'm just going to have to give it like a secret, like honorable mention, but also
Okay.
kind of make it on my list.
No, that's not the rules.
Then I'm just going to bring it up now and just give it a shout out.
So that's a number 2.
No, I'm just going to give this a shout out while we're talking about Hanna-Barbera.
All right.
Because honestly, the more I think about it, if I didn't think about it while I was planning this out, maybe there's a reason and maybe it shouldn't be on my list all the way.
Okay. Well, you can go ahead and call it out.
But it's special to me, so I'm going to say it. Hanna-Barbera made Scooby-Doo.
Oh, yeah.
Scooby-Doo has an awesome theme song.
It does.
Like, super awesome.
Yeah, it does.
In fact, I'd probably, you know what? This is going to be the first time in 2P's podcast history I am live right now replacing my number 5, Cheers, with the Scooby-Doo theme song. Right now. Mark the time and date, folks.
Really?
Seriously.
After
I like this.
all the crap you gave me about Cheers?
Well, because Cheers is a classic and you should know what it is, but that's not the point. You know what Scooby-Doo is?
Yeah, I do.
But that's probably because Scooby-Doo's been currently making stuff all the way up until now.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Scooby-Doo is it is a really cute. It has a cute theme song.
You know we got a mystery to solve and Scooby-Doo, be ready for your act. Don't hold back. Anyway, it was really great theme song. But I won't dwell on that because I already gave a whole thing about Cheers. Cheers is like my number 5.5 now.
Okay.
All right.
Because that's how this works.
But I won't dwell on it. Just know that Scooby-Doo has an awesome theme song. Number 2.
Yeah, what's your number 2?
You will never guess this in a million years. I would put all of my life savings on it.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's over $20. My number 2 is from a video game, once again. A video game that I believe came out in the year 2006. And I put a lot of hours into it, and it was a PC game. That game was called...
Lawnmower.
Steph, that game came out like a year ago. Lawn Mowing Simulator. Great game, though. Lawnmower. That's what it's called? Lawnmower.
You sound like that lady on Monsters, Inc. The snail
I can't
lady.
let you go until you fill out your paperwork. Mike Wazowski.
Yeah.
My number 2 is the theme from Roller Coaster Tycoon 3.
Oh!
Let
Okay,
me-
will you remind me what that is? Because I've heard it.
You'd have to hear it.
I have heard it. I used to play it.
3?
I don't know if it was 3.
No, for the record, I want to say this.
I liked Zoo Tycoon.
That was a fun game, too. I own that. We can play that if you want.
Ooh, I do.
'cause it's-
I do.
Because it's co-op.
I do.
I have it on PC.
I
and
do
I have it on
wanna
Xbox.
play.
Listen, let me
You
tell my
don't
thing
have
first.
to convince me.
Let me tell my thing first. Okay.
What
All
are
right.
you doing with all these voices?
We could
tonight?
stream that sometime. That might be fun.
Ooh, I would love it.
I didn't realize you... I mean, I think I knew you liked Zoo Tycoon, but... Yeah,
I
fun
would
game.
love it.
All right. So, for the record, for the Roller Coaster Tycoon fans, I do love the first 2 more than 3. However, the music in 3 is incredible. Specifically, that main theme. And that's really what I just mean. It's just the theme. It's so good. People just kind of deem this the theme. It plays when you're looking through the menu and
Okay.
stuff. And the song is called Summer Air.
Okay.
And I would play it, but I don't want to cause any issues with
Yeah, I will have to listen
with
to
copyright
it
stuff,
after.
but it makes you feel like you're relaxing at the beach. And it's not even a beach game, it's a tycoon game.
Like a fair game.
But yeah, it's a fair game. Yeah, that's right. But it's so relaxing. It moves me That song is, I've said this a long time ago on one of our episodes where I said, like, there's songs sometimes that can musically basically move me to tears.
Yeah.
This is one of those songs.
Oh my gosh, really?
And if it weren't for the impact that number one on my list has, this would be my number one.
Mm.
And it's kind of just totally random. It's super nostalgic now listening back to it. It makes me happy.
Aww.
I love that song, and it's so relaxing. I think you'd like it. It's so relaxing. It'll make you feel like you're at the beach. The name Summer Air is so perfect. I love the chord progression. I love the melody.
Let's listen to it then. After.
Anyway, also the roller coaster tycoon games are awesome. So, and Planet Coaster, that game's fun too. I'm getting emotional thinking about it.
Oh my goodness.
All right, I'm done.
You're done? Okay.
But you played Roller Coaster Tycoon?
Well, I don't know if I played Roller Coaster Tycoon now that I'm thinking about it. It might have just
totally
been
different then.
A Zoo Tycoon. But I don't know. Maybe I had Roller Coaster Tycoon.
Okay.
I don't know. I also I played Nancy Drew a lot.
I barely know what that is.
Nancy Drew, the books.
I mean, I know it's a book, but that's about all I know.
Oh, well, it's like the Cheers thing. I could give you crap about it.
Was Christy Alley in it?
No.
Was Christy Alley and Nancy Drew?
No.
Was there a bar?
No. But anyway, I played those games. They're like mysteries, and you had to like solve these mysteries. It was like PC game. I miss PC games.
They still exist more than ever.
I know. You play them. Taylor plays them.
Yeah.
But I just don't have a PC to play them.
Well,
so
when our lives merge into one and we live together, we will get you a PC, and you and I can like be like a couple that like games on PC together, and that would bring my heart a lot of joy.
Okay. If you get me a cool chair.
You seemed completely uninterested in that, and that really hurt my heart a little bit.
No, I just was thinking about the chair that I want.
We'll get you a nice gamer girl chair.
Yeah, I want a cool chair. I was excited about that. I think that sounds great. I want a cool chair.
We can play, and we can get you like some of those old like point and click games, because that's probably a point and click, right?
Is that where you just
take a guess what a point and click is?
That's like where you pick the direction you want to walk, and then you like walk that way?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was.
Then did you hear the name point and click?
Yes. I just wanted to confirm because I've been getting everything wrong.
Not everything, just like almost everything.
Just almost everything? No, I would love that but I would want one of those cool desk setups with like I want like a diffuser, and I want like all these cool lights and stuff.
Oh, so you want all the RGB, all that stuff. No,
I don't care about a keyboard light. I'm talking about like little cute lamps and little little things to put on the desk that looks really gamery.
Well, they make like white and like pink and like purple like towers. I'd love to like build you one that like.
Yeah, but I don't want to look like
color.
One of those like anime gamer girls.
What's wrong with anime gamer girls?
There's nothing wrong with that. That's just not me.
That's not what it's gonna be. Trust me.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway.
Well, Bill, you should. Mine will be black. Yours could be white though. It should be white.
Okay, I like that. That'd be fine. Okay. My number 2 is also from a TV show.
Okay. Now, can I say it?
Yeah.
All right. It's by far one of the greatest sitcoms to ever walk the face of the earth.
Oh, it is?
Yes. It's got one of my favorite actors in it. And
Will Smith?
There is no way that this is your number 1. He is a great actor, though.
This is my number 2. Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Oh, I was thinking you're your number 1. Sorry.
Oh my gosh, no. I'm on my number 2.
Still a really great sitcom. So I kind of stand by what I said.
Love the theme song.
Did you love the show, too?
Yeah, I liked it. I liked it a lot. It's like, it's rappy and it's very catchy, and it's like you can remember the words, and like I don't know, I just love it. I love it. It was great.
One of the first theme songs like on mainstream television to incorporate like hip hop culture.
Yeah,
that was a huge deal at the time.
It's so creative that they did that.
That was a big deal at the time.
Yeah. Anyway,
there wasn't a show like that because this was the mid '90s. That just wasn't a thing. So that's really cool.
Yeah.
Great show. Great. I love it.
Yeah. I watched it, growing up, and I always liked the theme song. It was one of my favorite parts is when the theme song would come on.
Yeah.
So
I tell you what, NBC in the 90s had so many good shows and theme songs. Listen. NBC alone in the 90s had Friends. They had Fresh Prince. They had Seinfeld. Like, they had all the big shows.
I know, they had a lot.
They had more.
Fresh Prince was so good.
Yeah, it was really good.
I mean, so good.
I would love to rewatch that. I wonder if that's streaming somewhere.
I would too. I would like it too.
I keep thinking of more theme songs.
I know. Well, that's your problem. Okay. Well, so since I finished my number 2, we'll go through now the power of the soundtrack.
The power, what it does to us, what it does to our psyche.
So this is pretty brief, but I thought maybe you and I could have some conversations, some introspective conversations about it, critical thinking. All right. So we have 4 things on this blog website that they say the power of the soundtrack has. So it's number 1, it's memorable. It provides instant recognition of the film or show. Whenever the audience hears it, they'll think of that and making that film or show more memorable. It's iconic. So not only providing a memorable moment for the audience, but a great soundtrack can also inspire generations of directors in film and television scores. So just like you have talked about, like some of the theme songs that you like, and you're like, oh, like I like this chord and I like this together and whatever. So maybe sometimes it inspires you to create things.
Absolutely, it does. Yeah.
Creating emotion. So music can have a powerful effect in orchestrating the emotions and reaction to the audience. So that's probably really more targeted towards like music throughout a film or throughout the TV show to add dramatic stuff.
Oh, it'd be totally different without it. Yeah.
You know, like, not that I watch a lot of scary movies, but if you watch this movie with the sound off, it's like not nearly as scary.
Mm-hmm. The thing with scary movies too is that sometimes, though, it's kind of the opposite, but sometimes the lack of sound.
Yeah, when it's silent. Well, because they have sound throughout the whole thing. So then when there's no sound,
and it's like you're just alone.
Yeah, it's weird.
Super cool.
So it can create a lot of emotion. And then also the last one they have listed is selling power of a theme song. So a great theme song can really make a film commercially popular and memorable. Many of the greatest film soundtracks are also best-selling albums, placing number 1 in charts around the world. So I think like Hunger Games, like I think was it Catching Fire or something? One of those had I think their soundtrack, or Twilight too. I think their soundtrack was like on the charts.
I think so, but I'm pretty sure like your big classics like your Star Wars and stuff did too.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
Well, I just didn't watch that, so I just know about Twilight and Hunger Games.
Honestly, me neither, so I can't speak much for Star Wars, but I just know it's iconic.
Yeah. So I mean, so there's a lot of things that like we think, oh, it's catchy and it's memorable, but like it also creates emotion and helps you connect with the show. And so maybe that's also how they gain new and keep current viewers too, because it becomes sort of a comfort thing. And then it also captures attention and it makes you feel emotion and make you feel connected to the show. So
it really boils back down to just how powerful music is, period. Like music is just, they call it the universal language.
Yeah.
We all understand it. We can all understand what music means. We don't even have to speak the same language, and we can know what it means. Like, and how it makes us feel is what I mean by that. And the beauty of it too is that we can also translate it in our own ways as well. Like, it doesn't have to be the same thing. But when it's paired with the visual, there's just such a great combination. Like, I'm sure it was mind-blowing to see the first King Kong at that time.
I'm sure it was,
you know what
too.
I mean? With the music.
Well, I think about, and this is kind of different, but like Wizard of Oz was the first movie in color. How amazing would that have been?
That's really brilliant, too, because they did that so right, by the way. I wanted to say this. I don't know why now. We've already talked about Wizard of Oz because it was on our favorite movies list.
Yeah.
But they were so smart, I think, with waiting. They really, like, you were waiting for it. I don't know if it was marketed that way.
Oh, you mean like
It was like 30 minutes into the movie before you, like, actually see it. Now, any history buffs out there, feel free to comment and let me know, because I'm not sure. But comment anywhere you see us, on the video version, Instagram, wherever you'd like, where we post the teaser for this episode. But tell me, was it marketed like, hey, we're the first movie in Technicolor?
Yeah, it's on the posters.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you can still comment to me if you want.
Yeah, because
I didn't
it's like
realize that,
posters
okay.
and then it says in Technicolor.
But well, that's still brilliant because it's like, when's it going to happen? When's it going to happen? Like they kept you waiting for a while.
yeah, but it was perfect because it happened when she went
Yeah.
to Oz.
It's great. It's built into the narrative. But same thing with music. Music is built into the narrative.
And like the first color thing ever was of the yellow brick road and the sparkly red shoes with the black and white striped like legs under the house. Like all these colors. Just like
super cool.
wow.
Yeah.
It would have been amazing to be alive during that time and like go see it.
I know.
That would have been amazing.
I would have hated to be the piano player though who lost a job after they started scoring movies. I would have hated being that guy or gal.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's a break it down.
that would suck, but
no, you're right. Music adds so much to movies.
we don't
and to
realize
shows.
it. It's like we take it for granted because,
I don't.
well, I know you don't, but normal people do.
You're right. Well, honestly, I did too until I started doing a lot of sound design and composition work for Camp Nostalgic.
And then
Shout
you
out to Camp
realize how
Nostalgic.
much. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No, go ahead.
Oh, so then you realize how much work that it
Yeah.
is and how difficult it is.
Well, yeah, and how so much of it goes to, believe it or not, it's like the unsung hero. It goes completely unnoticed for the most part, unless it's a theme song. But it goes unnoticed, but it would be noticed if it wasn't there.
if it was wrong, or
Or if it was off, right.
then you would notice.
But
it.
if it's just right, no one's going to notice it.
yeah,
I hate it. I have to deal with that a lot with stuff. So,
yeah,
anyway. Ready for number ones?
yep, ready.
Good research, Steph.
Thanks.
My number one, go ahead. You know what it is.
Zelda.
Yeah. My number one is her number 5, which is the Legend of Zelda theme. I really struggled. I almost put this at number 2 because of how much I love. Like that song from Roller Coaster Tycoon, I think moves me more, but this song means more.
Yeah, I feel like this is the right number one.
Yeah, I agree. I'm glad I stuck with it. The Legend of Zelda theme song, I already said a little bit about it, but it really is so representative of what that series was and is. It's about adventure and exploring and sometimes a little scary sometimes, but mainly we're going to be okay because it's the adventure. And that's what that theme song does. It takes you through an entire journey. Like the very beginning section, the da 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 da.
It's like you're getting ready to go.
Like you're strapping, like you're pulling up your boots, right? You're putting your tunic on, your tights, whatever Link's wearing, depending on the game. And then that's when you're like on Epona. That's like when you're on the horse or you're riding through, right? Hyrule Field. And the melody is so sprawling, but yet so memorable. Like it's busy.
Yeah.
Right? That even that it sounds like you're like on a horse, right? Yeah. It does so well of telling you this whole story. And then there is a part. So during the there's a part where it gets like the background gets kind of scarier. Like the chords just it's not like scary music, but it gets a little more ominous for a moment. And it's so even that feels like, so you're riding on your horse, and then once you get to that part, it's like, okay, there's enemies, and I got to fight these enemies, right? You got to be on your toes, right? Pull your sword out, slash some baddies. And then after that, it goes back into the main theme again. It really kind of goes through the whole trajectory of what the game is.
I like slash some baddies.
Slash some baddies. Adventure, action. It's what Zelda is. It's action adventure. And it does it so well. And I got really emotional when, spoiler alert, one of my brand new favorite video games of all time is Tears of the Kingdom. It's not number 1, but it's definitely my number 5, my top 5 now. Steph, just so you know, I'm telling her this, but she probably knew that because I put in like 150 hours into that game.
Yeah.
And counting.
Yeah.
but anyway, it's such a great game. I love it way more than Breath of the Wild. But that being said, when they released the final trailer for that game, they brought back, because like that theme isn't in Breath of the Wild, really, right? Mm-hmm. It is, but it's not.
Yeah.
Okay? It's not like the main theme. But when Tears of the Kingdom came out and they did this trailer, they brought the theme as a motif in their big trailer epic music, and I was like, it's my song. It's back. And I was just really happy, and I'm getting emotional just thinking about it. An amazing melody. At the end of the day, my final thing to say is that that melody is one of the most memorable, iconic melodies, in my opinion, of all theme songs, period. That's what I have to say.
Well, I expected nothing less.
What is your number one?
You can go ahead and say it.
I can't believe this is actually your number one.
It is.
But it's the Office theme.
It is.
Are you sure it's not just because you love the Office?
No, I like the theme song.
Because the Office is amazing.
I like the theme song.
See, I don't think it fits the show.
Oh.
I don't know. I like the theme song. Let me explain. I like the theme song because everybody here listening knows the Office theme song because it's very iconic. But
sing it.
Da 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 ba 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 da ba da ba ba da 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 da. I'm picking bad keys today. Da 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 da.
It's fun. It makes you want to dance. It makes you excited.
I just don't think it fits.
I do.
I love it. No, once again, love the show, love the song. Don't think they go together. I even love it together with the show, but I don't think it fits. Anyway, go on. It's not my number one. It's your number one.
Like this is.
I need to critique something. It's gonna be
you.
God. All right, go ahead.
I don't know. I just like it. It feels happy and it feels like you're gonna dance. And I love this show so much. So it's, I don't know, okay. This is probably more for me about like what they intended to do with like the marketing. Like I feel like I love the show so much that the song reminds me of how I feel when I watch the show.
Yeah.
Which is happy and like it's funny and I'm enjoying it. So it makes me feel that when I hear the song.
Totally get that. That makes sense.
Right?
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily that, oh my gosh, it's the most artistic and creative and the best thing ever. But it's, I think, more about the emotional connection, which is what they intended to do. Yeah. Which I fell for. And they got me.
And just like with what you talked about with like the 4 things that make like soundtracks and themes powerful, it's very memorable.
Yeah.
Because it's repetitive. It's the same thing over and over and over again. But it's very memorable. And there's only like 3 instruments in the whole thing.
Yeah.
There's a few more than that, but you know what I'm saying. Very simple, very fast, and everybody knows as soon as you open up with that G chord, da-do-da, da-do-da-do-da, people already know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I totally agree. And the song does make me feel that way, so I understand what you mean.
Yeah. So it's my number one really because of, I think, how it makes me feel.
The way you make me feel. Michael Jackson?
Uh-huh.
You know who that is,
yes.
right? Okay. Just making sure. Michael Jackson was in Cheers.
Was he?
No, he wasn't.
Oh. I thought he was maybe a guest on it or something.
He could have been. I don't know. He wasn't, though. Yeah, the Office theme song is really good. I did want to say this because I was thinking about this when you were talking about it. I'm sure everybody listening will not be surprised that. So when I learned that Steph loved The Office too, I thought, oh my gosh, Steph is brilliant, clearly, if she loves The Office.
Clearly.
And then now you're still brilliant, but not for the reasons that I thought you were. Because we watched the show. We've watched it together numerous times.
Yeah.
We almost never laugh at the same parts.
We don't.
Because I laugh at the parts that are actually hilarious.
And
and then you laugh at the parts that like no one else laughs at. Like, it's so weird to me. But like that's the beauty of the show. I guess there's something in it for everybody. But the parts that are like the really funny parts to me, like you don't get and vice versa. Like, why are you laughing at that? Why is that? That's not funny. That's just somebody. Yeah.
Different senses of humor.
Clearly.
Yeah, we've known that since the start.
But we can both enjoy it for our own reasons.
Yeah, we both find it funny, just at different times.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll be sitting in the room with you. Yeah, just, I don't know. It's weird. Anyway, we've rambled on. Maybe we can talk about The Office more if we do our top 5 favorite shows of all time. We've never done that yet.
We've never done that yet.
Right?
Just we haven't done that yet.
All right, go ahead.
We've never done that.
You want to go and correct me? You can't pronounce half the words on this show.
You're not wrong.
She knows it's true.
I have to ask you how to say something like every single time.
It's okay. It's all right.
You know I struggle with pronunciation.
Look, you're really good at math. You got your strengths, right? We've all got our strengths. I suck at math. Steph, it's time for us to go. But before we go, you want to tell people where they can find us and let us know what their top 5
Yes.
theme songs are?
Yes, on Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. Also, if you wanted to do Twitter, you could, but we probably won't be on it.
Yeah, we keep talking about it. We probably just need to...
I think just nix it.
We'll stop talking about it. We'll
it
leave
off.
the account up. I think we can leave the account up.
Well, why if we're not going to monitor it? This is a conversation for off.
You know why?
Off
Because
mic.
somebody might discover us still on there and see all of our shorts.
Oh, well, that's not a bad idea.
Oh, huh. Interesting.
I also think we should get our TikTok back up and running.
Well, I think we will because we've been talking about that.
I know, we have. We have some exciting surprises.
So follow us at all the social media places, and I think you won't be disappointed. We're about to draw our next topic.
It's aliens.
Do you really want to do aliens?
Yeah. No, it's fine.
I can put it on the list for
Put
sure,
it on the list
Okay.
right now. Can you add it right now?
Top 5 what, though? Aliens? Or top 5 alien-related things?
Yeah, alien-related things.
All right.
No, I don't want a top 5 aliens.
Alien-related things. Not even like movies or shows, just alien-related
Well,
things.
it could be anything alien.
Okay.
I already have my list.
All right.
I already have my list. Oh my gosh. I already have my
Steph,
list.
calm down. Can we just close out the
I
damn
keep-
show? Please.
No.
Okay.
I already thought about it. Something just came into my head. I'm going to write it down.
Well, you
for when
better
we
jot it
pull
down.
All right. Are you ready?
Give me the drum roll for our next randomly pulled topic, please.
It's going to be aliens.
Okay. I almost forgot to do the symbol
I know.
because I was looking at the answer.
I was running out of breath.
Our top
Aliens.
5 least favorite chores.
Oh.
Really, you saying oh?
I wanted aliens.
Don't be like that. I'm excited for least
No,
favorite chores.
I'm excited too. All of them.
You know what one of mine is. I hate it. I
Organizing?
make you do it.
You
You don't-
make me do it.
I do make you do it. It's the one chore-esque kind of thing that I make you do. Well, we'll talk about that next time. We'll leave that on a
Huh.
cliffhanger.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening to the Two Piece Podcast.
Thank you.
We've been amazing as always.
Oh my gosh. The ego in this room.
We'll get it because it sounds like you've been amazing, but I was either thinking that or thank you, we've been great.
That would have been funnier.
Okay, well, I'll cut out the other one. No, I won't. Thank you, we've been great.
I like it. Okay.
All right, we're going to go.
All right. Thanks for listening.
Bye.
Bye.